Hi, my name is Agata. Welcome in Agata's Cottage. I have another collab video for you. Let's start. So today I'm teaming up with my dear sewing friend Tiffany, Hosier Handmade, and new to me friends Samantha and Caitlin from Violet May Handmade. We decided that we're gonna focus on transitional outfits that are kind of not necessarily matchy, but they are outfits for mommy and me. So as you know, Tiffany, one of my dearest sewing friends, has an adorable little girl, Addie. She's turning 4 soon, and she made something for herself and Addie to match. I had a sneak peek and it's adorable. I cannot wait for you to see it. Samantha and Caitlin are mom and daughter team from Australia. So they are preparing for completely different seasons than we have. They make adorable, beautiful things, and I had sneak peeks of some of their makes, and I'm sure you will be amazed. When I originally planned makes for this collab, I wanted to go an easy way, just a jumper and trousers. And I presented my idea to Alice. I ran through all the things that I want to make for her just to get her input, because there's no point of making something she's not gonna want to wear. And she was like, yeah, it's okay, kind of boring, which suggests, mommy, you can do better. So I told her, okay, what do you think we should make? And she told me, okay, tell me what your options are, assuming you can use only patterns and fabrics you have at hand. We both agreed that my initial idea for the trousers, so for the bottom part of our outfit, is a good one, so I stuck with that. However, the top part was boring. So we ran through different ideas, different pattern suggestions, different fabric suggestions, and we were looking through things on my stash hub, which makes life so much easier that I can just look at the patterns, look at the fabrics. And she asked me, what if we will use this in this pattern but on the back, and this for the rest of it to make it nice and cozy? Yeah, to be honest, it didn't occur to me that would be a good idea, and I was like, yeah, we can give it a try. I'm open to almost anything in sewing world, so I give it a try. It caused a lot of nerves. It caused a lot of frustration, a bit of unpicking, a few days of saying I'm not gonna make anything ever again. But then Alice's jacket was born, and I absolutely love it. If it would fit me, I would take it from her, honestly, because I love it so much. But I have my own, so that's good. I will start first with something that actually I still decided to go with. So trousers for Alice. So I used denim jersey from Stoffen. So I had this idea of doing jeggings like trousers for her, and kind of tapered leg trousers for me that up close will look like jeans. So for Alice, and I went with black because neither of us had black trousers in our wardrobe that would fit that parameters. I was also focusing on fitting the new garments into our existing wardrobe, so going with colors, going with themes that will actually match what we already have, so we can create cohesive outfits. For Alice's trousers, I used this simplicity pattern. It's 8105, and I used the view A. I did extend the leg a little bit because You know, Alice has super long legs, and I used for her the biggest size. So the biggest size, I think it's 14. Yes, size 14. They are slightly looser because I didn't obey by the seam allowance. I just did 1/4 inch seam allowance as on my overlocker because I wanted them not to fit her too tight straight away. I wanted her to be able to wear them into spring and hopefully autumn next year. What I did change was I added top stitching at the front to kind of mimic the top stitching on jeggings. I didn't use very contrasting thread. I used the gunmetal Maraflex thread. I wasn't sure how great my top stitching will be, how this fabric will behave with this top stitching. It was perfect, by the way. So I wanted to go with just safe option that will kind of blend in. And I did pockets. They are self-drafted pockets. I did some kind of design on both pockets. There might be still tiny bits of chalk somewhere. And I squeeze in a kitty label. The label is from SA Labels and I got it from Fabric Romance a few months ago. I absolutely love how they turn out. I interfaced the pockets with the stretch interfacing, and that was good call because they were stable. It was easy enough to attach them. I did use a lot of pins on both trousers. For my trousers, I used this pattern from My Image. It's a sewing magazine made by Oranges, and it's from number 27, and the pattern number is M2354. So I'm going to read you what the pattern suggestions are for the fabric. The instructions are very minimal, and the instructions or suggestions for the fabric are even less comprehensive, but I made it work. So here is another view of that pattern. So the fabric suggestions are jersey, polyester viscose, and polyester elastan. That's all pattern suggestions were. Here are the pattern pieces. So I completely ignore the instructions. You know, trousers like that are relatively easy to construct. So what I changed about my trousers pattern, I added 1.25 inches to the rise. I wanted them to be high-waisted because I prefer high-waisted trousers now. And what else I did? I omitted the zipper because they were made in denim jersey. I knew there's no point or need for it. And I also drafted the waistband myself. On top of that, I added drawstring to the waistband. I did notice that if I carry anything in my pockets, the trousers tend to kind of sag down, so it's easier when you have a drawstring. You kind of make it more secure. And you know, no one wants their trousers to fall off when they have a phone in the pocket. What else I did? I made slightly smaller pleats at the front, and I omitted the darts at the back. I wasn't sure how the darts will lay with the elastic I added because I was omitting the zipper. I included elastic in the waistband, and I'm very happy with the fit. They are perfect. Honestly, they are so perfect, and they will be quite warm because this jersey, although is relatively soft and have great drape, it's also kind of brushed slightly from the inside, so I'm sure they will be perfect for Irish autumn and winter. I also added pockets at the back of my trousers. I did also include little label, also with a kitten, but not shaped like a kitten. I only have few labels shaped like kitten, so I'm reserving them for Alice. I'm perfectly happy with just normal label. Now let's talk about jackets. So for Alice, I used the jacket from Autumn magazine. It's the spring 2019, so 1/2019. So here are the line drawings of the pattern. After I traced the pattern, Alice and I looked at the size of the pockets, and we both decided that they are unbelievably tiny. Her hand wouldn't fit into that pocket comfortably, therefore we decided to skip the welt pockets and to do side pockets, and I used the pattern piece for her side pocket as from my jacket pattern. I used the construction I learned from Alisa with Thoughtful Creativity. She has amazing tutorial on her channel for making inseam pockets that are almost invisible, and I absolutely adore this tutorial. So I used that construction for both Alice's jacket and mine. What else? I used for the back, I used panel from Ecobee I got a few months ago. For the front and sleeves and inside of the pocket, and actually the bottom part of the inside of the pocket, I used alpine fleece I got also from Ecobee. The ribbing for the neckband and cuffs and bottom band is from my stash. I have no idea where I got it. We actually had kind of designer session between Alice and me. I pull out multiple ribbings and cuffings, and we were trying to figure out which color works the best. We didn't want black because it would just look all very sad. We wanted something that would be big contrast and that will add to the design of the jacket. And I do have a lot of cuffing. I actually have 2 Kallax boxes full of cuffing. I'm just looking at them there. So you can imagine how many and how difficult it might be to actually pick up something that's just the right color. I did have a bit of struggle with the zipper, not because of the length of the zipper or anything like it. Turned out I couldn't find the zipper that would fit for the length. I used the zipper that I actually bought for my jacket, and I decided, I'm gonna find something, because the one that I was originally planning to use for this jacket was slightly too short. I don't know if I missed something with the length of the bands or anything. It just wasn't fitting right. But we love it how it turned out. Now the cuffs, something that Alice loves about this jacket the most. So I saw a tutorial or kind of quick reel on Instagram some time ago how to make a cuff. So their cuff had slightly smaller opening, but I didn't have much of that cuffing left, so I was limited with what I can do and how long Alice's hand is, and I really wanted to use a tiny bit of that French terry that was used on the panel, and it turned out great. I love how it turned out, so I will be using it in the future. For the back, I secured the neckband with the bias binding from Specky Seamstress, and I added label from Specky Seamstress made to measure, and I did a little hook for hanging the jacket if she decides to. What else? That's all, but she loves it, and I'm sure she will get plenty of wear out of it. I made size 164, so it's for the height of 164. So it's like 5'4", I think, something like that. Alice is not that height yet, but I wanted to make sure that she has plenty of length to grow into. I had a feeling it will be time consuming make. It took me roughly 4 days of sewing sessions. So basically I've been sewing a little bit in the afternoon, a little bit in the morning here and there, because you know, during summer with kids you're always busy, but I'm very happy how it turned out. So Alice, do you like the jacket?
Yes, I think it's really comfortable and I really like these cuffs.
Okay, could you come over closer and show them? Okay. And what do you like about them?
Well, they're just comfy.
Okay. And what else do you like it?
I like the pockets.
Okay. Is the fabric fluffy?
Yes.
Could you show us the inside? Okay. Not all. It's the same fabric as on the inside of the jacket, so you can say, okay. It's very fluffy, yes. And what about trousers?
They're very comfortable.
Yes.
Yes, and I really like the
Back pocket?
Yes.
And the kitty?
Yes.
Yeah, kitty is very cute. So, overall, happy mommy did the collab?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for participating. So now let's talk about my jacket. So I used New Look 6545. I use size 18. This pattern is designed for woven fabrics, but I decided I'm gonna go with, you know, nice warm cozy brush French terry. What I did change about this pattern is I did FBA. It was my first time doing FBA on the raglan bodice without the dart, so it was a bit challenge, but I found great tutorial how to do the FBA, and I did 1/2 inch FBA, and it has plenty of space, so I'm sure I can use this pattern in the future for woven makes, and I will be comfortable wearing it. It did cause a bit of frustration as usual, but that's how it is. So I'm gonna show you the back first. So on the back I have looped French terry from Ecobee, so it's a panel with llama, very cute. I originally had completely different idea for this panel, but I'm so happy I actually went with that jacket because it's adorable. And for the bodice I used brush French terry, and that was part of the problem. So the brush French terry is much heavier than the looped French terry. Like, I could feel that the back is stretching when I was sewing, so I decided to do a stretch interfacing on the back of the jacket, on all the seams and on the side seams of the loop French terry, just to make sure I add secure options to the whole make. I did a lot of top stitching, so on the shoulder seams, the sleeve is 2-piece sleeve, and I love this feature. It's very comfortable, so I added more top stitching here, partially because my overlocker hated this brush French terry. I don't know what was the story. It was getting stuck and just didn't want to sew on it, so I did it almost fully on my sewing machine. My Janami were dealing with it fine, no problem. So I did stitching on all possible seams where it was easy enough. I did normal cuffs for mine because I didn't had enough of this ribbing. So I actually have a picture of being undecided which ribbing to use for my jacket. So Alice and I were doing another designers brainstorming and picking up, and we went with completely something different than what we originally thought. I had to learn a new skill on this jacket because when I was ready to put the zipper in, I realized that the zipper I had was too long, and I had no other zipper that would go near the required colors. I had something like very strong yellow, but it was like, no, it just looked awful. So I decided I'm gonna learn how to do shortening of the separating zipper. Surprisingly, it's not that difficult. It just takes few minutes, but and requires tiny bit of strength and good pliers. But I used my jewelry making pliers and they were flying. And plus, it's a plastic zipper, so it was easier. So I shortened it by 1.5 inches roughly, and it's perfect. My stitching lines here aren't perfect, but I don't mind. It has gigantic pockets, it's warm, and I'm sure I will love wearing it. It fits into my wardrobe perfectly and into colors I love to wear, so I'm very happy. And as usually, every time when I make something for very warm weather or for very cold weather, the weather changes in Ireland. So today we had 21 degrees Celsius, which is, I think, high 60s, low 70s Fahrenheit. I have no idea. So it was very, very warm. So we waited until late evening to take pictures because otherwise we will be roasting. But I absolutely love this jacket and I'm very excited that I joined this collab. Thank you, Samantha and Caitlin. Thank you, Tiffany, for joining me in this collab. I had great fun and all our chats were just brilliant. We were all sharing, sneak peeks. We were asking about stuff and it was just adorable. I love doing collabs and they always make me very happy. I learned so much doing collab videos that I think I'm gonna stick with theme of doing collabs in the near future, and there are 2 more coming in next 2 months. That's all from me for today. Thank you for watching. I hope you had fun. I appreciate you spending your time with me. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up and share with your friends. If you are here from Caitlin and Samantha's channel or from Tiffany's channel, hello, I hope you'll stick around. Don't forget, when you finish watching this video, go head to Samantha and Caitlin and to Tiffany and watch their amazing makes. I can't wait to see the reveal of their finished garments. Happy sewing, and don't forget, clean your sewing machine and change your needle. Bye!